Hi, I'm Donna Dewberry, and today I am doing a relax and paint with you. And I want you to think about what you'd really like to learn if you were able to sit down and learn decorative painting with me. The one-stroke painting technique means blending, shading, and highlighting in each stroke. I know it's early, but I want to share with you that I am going to teach you some strokes today. We're going to use some floating medium to get a watercolor effect, and we're on watercolor paper. So let's start. It's the process I want you to learn with, and I want you to think about the idea that you can run over to another free lesson that I do each week is practice strokes, and you can learn how to use the brush, how to load it, how to use the double loaders and different mediums and how you make that work. It's all right there. So please go try that and let's start painting. So I'm going to turn the camera so that we're right here looking at the colors we're going to be using. And what we're going to be using, like I said, is a watercolor paper. And in my palette, this is my double loader, I have put in here the different colors that we're going to use today. I got a little painting right there. Let me take it off before I get it on my watercolor paper. So what we're using today is we're using citrus green, sap green. This is blue peacock, wicker white, and this can be a magenta or a keepsake rose, all right? And I put a little bit more wicker white in case I need some white to tone down colors. So I'm kind of tapping it so it spreads out. And then we have paper towel and we're ready to go. Okay, so one thing that you can kind of do is you can sketch out, if you want to, some petals that are kind of big and overlap each other a little bit. All right, so I can even take this a little bit smaller if I want to. And you'll see watercolor artists, they do sketch some of their work with a pencil, and I've even seen them at art shows where the pencil lines still show through. And we have the center in here, okay? And I'm going to kind of have this on a branch that comes in here, which means I need another color I don't have. So just a little bit there. And then we're going to start there and put all kinds of fun colors around this, all right? So here we are. I've dampened my brush. This is a 16 flat. I put floating medium all in it. Okay. And now I'm going to get white, wicker white, with a little bit of that rose color. And I'm going to come over here and work it in. Back and forth, back and forth. You push really hard and really with lots of pressure and fast. All right. So I'm going to take off some of that. All right, back and forth, back and forth. Now, to get this watercolor look, what we want to do is come in here and go around where I did that pencil and come back down. Let's get a little bit more medium. Okay, so we're going to come right in here, and I'm just going to fill that in with the light corner. All right, so let's get some more medium. And let's use this paint that's in that little cubby there, okay? All right, so let's come right along here. And we're going to come back down. You can scrub it a little bit and the pencil mark will kind of come off some. I'm going to get some more medium and more color. Work it in until it's muted. All right, see, I'm just laying the brush flat. See how it's all flat and it's filling in here. All right, this is kind of dry looking there, so I'm going to come back over that. All right, so medium is what we're using instead of water. And it's easier for me to put in the petals of my flower and then come back and add my greenery around it. So let's see if you guys feel that way. So we're going to come all in here. Okay, now I'm going to come in here and pick up some brown. This is a little bit of asphaltum. This is not, I didn't tell you the kind of paint I'm using, so let me share this with you. This color, excuse me, this color is a wonderful color, but this is just a regular acrylic, okay? But when we're using the other colors, they're multi-surface, and they go indoor, outdoor, they got a sealer in it, makes them work really well. So think about that, okay? So I'm gonna get a little bit of asphaltum, work it in. Okay, see, it's a yummy color. And you can get a little bit of burnt umber and do the same thing. Okay, so I want you to see I'm coming up. Oh, there's two sheets there. I didn't know that. I'm going to come up here. Now I can come right back in here and put some little bit darker accents in here. All right. And then let's come right in between these petals. And then we're going to come around here. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go right in and let's get the blue peacock with a little bit of white. Okay, and I'm working this in. I'm going to take a little bit of sap, green, and peacock. Now, I still have that brown in there. I want you to see that this gives you a really great color. And so one of the things I did do is I wanted to come under here. Let's come around here. Okay, and then I want you to slap this because that's the darker part that I don't want to keep doing a lot of dark. I want some shadow leafing. All right, so that'll be like a little hydrangea there, which we love hydrangeas. All right, so like I'm right here with some medium. So what I'm going to do is do 1, 2, see, it gives you the watercolor effect. 3, all right, and then I can keep picking up paint. I just want you to see that we're going to do some little leaves. And see, they look totally like watercolor, and that kind of fun. And we're going to pick up a little bit of sap green, and I'm going to do the blue peacock and sap green. So a little bit of green. All right, and that's going to have some little branches on it. We can also come in there with a little bit of citrus green. All right, and we bring a little bit off of here. A little bit of citrus green, and so that's what's so fun about this is we're using multicolors, and we are not cleaning the brush. We're just getting all those yummy looks with the floating medium because we're on this watercolor paper. It makes it really nice. All right, so it's a little bit of citrus. And a little bit in here. And we're going to put some citrus down in here and some little flowers. So let's see how it gets dry there. Let's just get medium. And the medium will give it all that look that we want. Okay. All right. Now, we can do a little bit of shading here and there. And let's pick up some berries. So I'm going to come right in here. Put a few berries, and we'll have a berry branch from here. All right. I'm going to go, let's get a smaller brush, put some medium on that. And pick up some citrus and sap. And then right about here, we're going to put a little bit of green in there, a little bit of blue peacock. Now what I do want to do is even take a smaller brush, and you can use the daubers, but you can also come in here and, is that the stem? Yeah. Put some little berries. They're pretty little berries. Okay. And the floating medium gives you all this great look. Hey, up here. I can't wait for you guys to join my Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group and share your art or what you want to know. Lots of wonderful, caring one-strokers are over there. And onestroke.com is a great way for you to learn about what's going on in the one-stroke world, all the new products and things. So I want you to see that look that I'm getting. I also want to have just a teeny bit of color to come right in here. So we can do little bits of gray, or I came in with a little bits of blue. And see, I'm using medium, so we're just getting really light colors. See, just ever so lightly, and we're on the chisel. So this is the chisel of the brush when we're doing that. All right, and I want to put right in the middle some white. Okay, and we are going to clean this other brush out here. This is our 10 flat, and so I'm going to come right here and let's get a little bit, small amount, get some of that medium off, but a small amount of that keepsake rose. And we're going to come, and you can make the same color with magenta with more white. Okay, so we're going to come around here. A little bit over here, just a little bit where we're kind of rolling it. So this just gives you a little bit more shading on the edges. All right, so we're going to come in the middle and use our script liner. So 2 script liner. And we're going to pick up the citrus, but we need some water. So let's make it inky and let's roll it. See how I'm rolling it? All right. So what I want to do is I want to come all the way around here. And go in both places all the way around. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap, 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 tap with my little finger, white spots all the way around. That's your pollen on the stamens, okay? Tap, 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 tap. So that you're touching on your little finger so you don't smush it. And it just leaves little taps on here. Okay, so we're going to have some green around here. Okay. And then we can come out with a little bit of dark green around here. This is sap green. All right, so I'm going to put some sap green in the middle and put a little citrus on top of that. Oops, a little shake there. All right, so that's our flower. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take some white and blue peacock. And all I'm going to do here, oh, I touched up there. Oh, well. I took some medium. And I'm going to go back and forth and back and forth. I'm not going to go way up there, so I guess that spot's going to stay there. All right, a little bit of the white and the blue peacock. So see, we have some white going in there. Slip, slap on the corner of the brush, okay? And then over here, we're going to put a little bit of more water, more floating medium. And then we're going to pick up a little bit of the citrus, but I'm adding white to it because we don't want it too bright. Okay. And over here, we're just going to take a little bit all in here. And I'm picking up just a teeny bit of sap. So this is sap after you've made it green and citrus and white. Okay, so we can come in here with a little bits of little strokes in a minute, I think. We'll see. Just a little bit. And now what we're going to do is do these little flowers right here. So I am picking up just a little bit of white and blue peacock. And I'm going to come right in here. So see, it's still very loose with floating medium. See, I'm doing little petals. So it's the blue and white. It's like a teardrop. You touch, pressure, lift, okay? Okay, so we got a little bit of the floating medium, a little bit of this color in here. And see that underneath color makes it really nice for you. All right, so now what I want to add to this, is it looking pretty to you? I want to add some white. I'm going to split between the keepsake rose and the white. Working it in really good. And I'm not adding a ton of medium to this because I want it to be on top. I'm just going to add a few of these. See, it's okay for the blue to show through some. A little bit of pink here and there. So what do you think? It's a little bit of pink in there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of green there, but what I want is, let's take a smaller brush here and use a little bit of this citrus with white. And all we're going to do is just, let's add a little bit of white petals. You don't have to put a lot, just do a few. And that other color underneath that helps that you see that we have little petals here, right? All right, now what I want to do, take my little liner and get some citrus. Touch, touch. A little bit here and there. And then put a teeny bit of sap in there. There you go. So I hope you like that. I think what would be fun is to just come in here and do a little bit of a curlicue, little tendrils with inky paint. So it's got to be pretty inky because this is watercolor paper, so it's not going to do the same for you. I'm going to sign it. And then I'm going to fly speck it just a little bit with a toothbrush. And that'll help me with this little bit up here. But if I take a little bit of the blue, let's put a little bit of citrus with it. All right, so I got to wipe some of that off because I need water. So I'm going to pounce inside. Another little trick you learned today, okay? You could go like this, and then I'm going to put some specks in here. See, I'm just taking the toothbrush and splattering it a little bit. And I don't have any problem that it gets on the flower. Okay. If it gets on something you don't want, you just take a wet brush and you just wipe it off. Wet. But I don't have a problem with it being in here. Like some people don't want it on when we speckle sand beach, they don't want it on there. All right. So you can do lots more detail or leave it like it is. You can go here and grab each one of these berries and put a top in the berry. Or you can just leave it like it is. They're good that way too. You're going to add little bits in here to the centers. So I'll see you Friday. Be sure to come and join me for another one stroke lesson with me. Thank you guys. Please paint and share on our Facebook group and check out our membership. It's the One Stroke Advantage right here on YouTube. You get 4 regular full-length lessons for $9.99 a month, and then 10% off anything on my website. All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.